Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
An exchange of views on some topic. We had a good discussion. An extended communication, often interactive, dealing with some particular topic. The book contains an excellent discussion of modal logic. Mutual interaction. The activity of reciprocating or exchanging, especially information. An exchange of views on some topic. Light teasing repartee. The divine Word of God, the second person in the Trinity, incarnate in Jesus. Information about recent and important events. An exchange of views on some topic. We had a word or two about it. A secret word or phrase known only to a restricted group. He forgot the password. The sacred writings of the Christian religions. A promise. He gave his word. Put into words or an expression. A brief statement. He didn't say a word about it. A string of bits stored in computer memory. Large computers use words up to 64 bits long. A unit of language that native speakers can identify. Words are the blocks from which sentences are made. A verbal command for action. When I give the word, charge. Talk at length and formally about a topic. Carry on a conversation. An address of a religious nature, usually delivered during a church service. An extended communication, often interactive, dealing with some particular topic. To consider or examine in speech or writing. Extended verbal expression in speech or writing. The management of someone or something. The treatment of water sewage. An extended communication, often interactive, dealing with some particular topic. His treatment of the race question is badly biased. Care provided to improve a situation, especially medical procedures or applications that are intended to relieve illness or injury. A manner of dealing with something artistically. His treatment of space borrows from Italian architecture. Language, communication by word of mouth. A systematic means of communicating by the use of sounds or conventional symbols. He taught foreign languages. Language, communication by word of mouth. He uttered harsh language. A system of words used to name things in a particular discipline. The language of sociology. The mental faculty or power of vocal communication. Language sets Homo sapiens apart from all other animals. The cognitive processes involved in producing and understanding linguistic communication. He didn't have the language to express his feelings. The text of a popular song or musical comedy number. The song uses colloquial language. Language, communication by word of mouth. Language, communication by word of mouth. His speech was garbled. The mental faculty or power of vocal communication. The act of delivering a formal spoken communication to an audience. Words making up the dialogue of a play. The actor forgot his speech. A lengthy rebuke. Your characteristic style or manner of expressing yourself orally. Her speech was barren of southernisms. Something spoken. He could hear them uttering merry speeches. The exchange of spoken words. They were perfectly comfortable together without speech. Language, communication by word of mouth. Language, communication by word of mouth. Language, communication by word of mouth. He recorded the spoken language of the streets. The activity of communicating. The activity of conveying information. They could not act without official communication from Moscow. A connection allowing access between persons or places. How many lines of communication can there be among four people? Something that is communicated by or to or between people or groups. The activity of communicating. The activity of conveying information. A discussion in which reasons are advanced for and against some proposition or proposal. Have an argument about something. Think about carefully, weigh. The formal presentation of a stated proposition and the opposition to it, usually followed by a vote. Discuss the pros and cons of an issue. Argue with one another. We debated the question of abortion. A course of reasoning aimed at demonstrating a truth or falsehood. The methodical process of logical reasoning. A fact or assertion offered as evidence that something is true. It was a strong argument that his hypothesis was true. A discussion in which reasons are advanced for and against some proposition or proposal. The argument over foreign aid goes on and on. A summary of the subject or plot of a literary work or play or movie. The editor added the argument to the poem. A contentious speech act. A dispute where there is strong disagreement. They were involved in a violent argument. Computer science. A reference or value that is passed to a function, procedure, subroutine, command, or program. A variable in a logical or mathematical expression whose value determines the dependent variable. If f, x, equals y, x is the independent variable. Discussion of a subject of public interest by a group of persons forming a panel, usually before an audience. An examination and dissection of a dead body to determine cause of death or the changes produced by disease. Discussion of an event after it has occurred. An examination and dissection of a dead body to determine cause of death or the changes produced by disease. Discussion of an event after it has occurred. Occurring or done after death. Post-mortem changes. After death or after an event. A post-mortem examination to determine the cause of death. Free and open discussion of, or debate on, some question of public interest. Such a proposal deserves thorough public discussion. A discussion intended to produce an agreement. Talks between Israelis and Palestinians. A course of reasoning aimed at demonstrating a truth or falsehood. The methodical process of logical reasoning. A discussion in which reasons are advanced for and against some proposition or proposal. An association of sports teams that organizes matches for its members. A discussion among participants who have an agreed, serious topic. A prearranged meeting for consultation or exchange of information or discussion, especially one with a formal agenda. Planning something carefully and intentionally. It was the deliberation of his act that was insulting. Careful consideration. A little deliberation would have deterred them. A rate demonstrating an absence of haste or hurry. The trait of thoughtfulness in action or decision. He was a man of judicial deliberation. Usually plural, discussion of all sides of a question. The deliberations of the jury. A literary composition in the form of a conversation between two people. The lines spoken by characters in drama or fiction. A conversation between two persons. A discussion intended to produce an agreement. They disagreed but kept an open dialogue. A discussion among participants who have an agreed, serious topic. A mechanical system in a building that provides fresh air. She was continually adjusting the ventilation. The bodily process of inhalation and exhalation. The process of taking in oxygen from inhaled air and releasing carbon dioxide by exhalation. The act of supplying fresh air and getting rid of foul air. Free and open discussion of, or debate on, some question of public interest. A discussion intended to produce an agreement. The buyout negotiation lasted several days. The activity or business of negotiating an agreement, coming to terms. Marked by elaborately complex detail. A discussion that provides additional information. Developing in intricate and painstaking detail. Addition of extra material or illustration or clarifying detail. An elaboration of the sketch followed. The result of improving something. A discussion that provides additional information. The act of increasing something in size or volume or quantity or scope. A photographic print that has been enlarged. The state of being enlarged. Adding information or detail. A discussion that provides additional information. The act of increasing something in size or volume or quantity or scope. A function expressed as a sum or product of terms. The expansion of a plus b squared as a squared plus 2ab plus b squared.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.